we have too much empathy to watch nations of starving children. Like, we just would not allow that. Like,
what up, y'all? This is the real big boss, Calvin 83. I ain't gonna. This is. I had no intention of doing this, but this is a lost modern Black Hoffa. No knock to her. Be careful at them truck stops. You might be set up. SEX trafficking is real, and a lot of the females are actually targeting other women like yourself, and then they're working with they're in what I would say cahoots, with these males that y'all complain about, but y'all actually raise them, y'all actually babysit them. You know what I'm saying? But the modern BW FBA foundational Black American woman can't take accountability and personal responsibility for being part of the problem. Women in general cannot take personal accountability because the system will not do that.
there's just no fucking.
And, oh my God. No, she has said some crazy shit, y'all. But we're gonna play. This is a broken heifer. I mean, just broken and tired, and damn near 40 years old, and she is cool as this coolest man. We're gonna start with this video.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're all fucked. The world is fucked.
The world has always been fucked up because we as the people allow it.
We live in a patriarchy, meaning.
No, we don't. We don't live in a patriarchy. Are you familiar with plutocracy? Are you familiar with the oligarchy and plutocracy? Because technically, it's an illusion of a matriarchy. It's actually America is on the surface is a matriarchy, and then it's a full-blown matriarchy. Just look at the Black community of the community that she comes from. Very little patriarchy. There's mainly a matriarchy and a chronocracy and a hyenocracy that you come from, and it's ruled by the oligarchs, but it's really a plutocracy. But you a dumb heifer. I mean, you're nice looking to look at, but who wants to deal with you? But you say you good being by yourself, and one thing I can't stand about you BWs, y'all try to act like y'all so smart, y'all so smarter than everybody else, but you got the most problems, and you're telling on yourself why.
Males are in charge, which is
actually the males are not in charge, because if that's the case, if you're saying that, then it'll be like the Middle East under Sharia law. Are you familiar with Sharia law? That means the woman will not be able to have a say so in politics, and men would not be catering to women like we always have done. Every invention, every problem solving, y'all benefit off of incubators. When it came to medicine. Now, I'm not going to speak on the medical apartheid because, that benefited YT women, that you have their same ideology, medicines, even with the so-called wars, you are benefiting the spoils of wars and be able to talk your shit. If it wasn't for the civil rights movement, you wouldn't be able to be in the position that you are. But you want to shit on men. You just want to sound like these dumbass white cave hole feminists, these white feminists, these cave bitches. But guess what? They're still with their man. They're still with their men. They're still with their husband, and they're living in the night. And yes, most white folks are poor. But here's the thing: they still got an intact community in them trailer parks. So basically, that Caucasian female is married to her husband making more than 6 figures, and they're living in the house and out in the burbs in a nice mansion with 2.5 kids, But meanwhile, she talked about she's so oppressed, driving the latest current model, the late model Mercedes Benz or Ferrari or Porsche that he paid for, and she out there, flying out, or going to Paris and going to the ballet, maybe Dubai, even though that's more of a single woman. Probably the side chick that he's proud that her husband's messing with, out in Dubai. But she out here in Hawaii going on vacations, with other elite married couples, and she probably have a side dude. But yet you want to talk this nonsense that men are the problem when things don't go your way or your life is not where it should be. That's your responsibility. Yes, I know there are systems in place, but see the problem is she don't want to call out the white folk. And guess what? It's a white male and his mama. It's a cave male and the cave female that he's stiffing for. And that's why we got the problems we have. Caucasian females are diabolical, but you don't understand that. But you don't want to call that out for some reason because you're probably not as educated as you think you are.
Number one reason why the planet is dying. This is why at some point in time in the future, this earth probably won't even be able to sustain itself, right?
That's because of capitalism. That's because the reason why you thinking like that and feeling like that is because of capitalism. And guess what? Women, if that's the case, the world is fucked up. It's because of women, because y'all control the buying power. Y'all actually control the political power, and you actually control the education because more of y'all in college than men. You know what I'm saying? Most men start their own businesses. Most men, go to the trade schools. That I wish they didn't take away the trade schools or vocational schools for these men. There was a time that when it came to home ec, we actually were taught relationships before before the millennials were coming up. It was actually the boomers and Gen X that were taking home ec, and they talk about gender roles and husband and wife. But because the feminists got in their feelings, that's why they took it away, because they want to cater to feminists because y'all control y'all very influential. Y'all control the buying power, even though the men can, in so-called positions of power, can say no. But these dudes, these white males, are simps. These elite white knight males are simps. So they understand that they can exploit y'all financially and make money off your dumb ass, and that's why they let y'all thinking that y'all in charge and shit. But when shit goes, when y'all fail, it's the men's fault, and that's bullshit. Because y'all chase the same type of men that y'all complaining about. Less than 10%. Y'all chase these dudes with money and resources and power, and then y'all want to get mad. Y'all keep these guys rolling. If you would look for a man who's against the world, who a righteous man, you wouldn't have these problems. But you're so dumb and ignorant, and you just run your mouth. You don't know when to shut your mouth. That's why you're 39 years old, about to be 40, or if not, you're already 40, and you're not a wife. You'll probably never be a wife in this lifetime because your unrealistic expectations.
The one species that's proven biologically, scientifically, and everything to have the least amount of empathy, if any empathy at all, are running this planet.
Are you talking about white folk? Caves? You can thank the Moors for that. Because my thing, if you're going to talk about species, there's no gender specific. That means you will have to talk about man and woman, male and female. That's what you're going to have to talk about, because there's no such thing as one species. Because if you're going to talk about species, you're going to have to talk about the male and female. It takes two, remember?
The only hope that we have to sustain this planet and to get things back on track in a positive direction is if this became a matriarchy.
You sound real dumb. It's already a matriarchy. That's the reason why it is. No, what you want is a matriarchy that you're in charge, but men still do all the heavy lifting and still do all the work and take all the responsibility. But you have all the freedom of movement, and then you pick and choose when you want to have. Do you want to take all the credit when things are going good, but when things go bad, then it's the man's fault. Get the fuck out of here. And men have been allowing this for far too long. That's why fuck that happy wife, happy life. That's a simp move. That only a simp thinks like that. If you ain't happy as a man, then the world ain't happy. See, these women been thinking they've been told wrong. They've been raised wrong, and I want to know who's our father because I'm tired of you fathers, you princess hoe ass nigga daddies, who just you teach your daughters, you actually raise your daughters to be like these ain't shit sorry ass males. You spoil your daughters. You don't check them. You don't hold them accountable. You don't instill discipline. You don't. You never hold her accountable. You don't correct her bad behavior. You're gonna run off at the mouth. And maybe your daddy was a good guy and stuff like that, but he was too soft on you, or overly coddled you, gave you this delusion, this princess. You're a princess. You're a queen, no matter what. Titles are achieved and earned. Yes, you may be a princess or a prince in the eyes of your family, but when you step out that door, when it comes to other people, you better bring it. The fact that you have all this hatred, this misandry towards men is very sad because you are a broken woman. This is another example of being raised wrong. You was not told how to cook and clean. You were never told how to be a woman, but you want to talk about what manly things are. You want to talk about what men are supposed to do, what is manly is considered not, but you don't. But what is womanly? What women things? What is the role of a woman? What are the womanly things? What is feminine? What is woman things? Explain.
Where the women who actually have empathy.
You don't have no empathy because you a nasty ass bitch. There's no empathy. You the most heartless cunt out there. Most women are not. They only show empathy to the men they like. They only show empathy to each other, but it's fake empathy. Y'all are the least sympathetic. You're the least empathetic people out there. More men are empathetic, but see the problem is men want to cater to y'all. We've been told to serve women, cater to women. That's the problem. Men are the ones who are empathetic. You are the most sympathetic to manipulate and fuck people over. You get with an ain't shit sorry Pookie and Ray Ray, and you try to build them up. But the reason why you're doing that because you want control. The reason why you're trying to do that because you're trying to get clout and get validation from your ancient sisterhood. That's what you're doing.
Running shit. Until that happens, we're fucked, right?
Y'all been running black women have been running the black community for the last 60 years, and that's why it's so fucked up. They give you power, but meanwhile they're manipulating, controlling your mind and controlling everything you do with mind control. That's why they want y'all in college so they can indoctrinate you, and that's why the churches are controlled by anti-blackness of white supremacy. But you don't know nothing. You choose not to know nothing. You're ignorant. You choose to be ignorant, and you are what Kanye West said. Slavery. You got a slave mentality. You a mammy, and I'm not just calling her names just because I'm just doing it. No, when I call out, I'm calling out your fucked up behavior. I'm not name calling you. We don't do no name calling here. I'm calling out a behavior and a mindset that is dangerous and diabolical to us in our community.
Think about it. Do you really think that the world would look this way if women were running things?
Actually, the world looks this way because the women are running things.
Because I don't. Women have too much empathy.
No, you don't. You have the lack of empathy. Well, I can tell you from experience, from me upbringing, y'all if you had empathy, you wouldn't be. Why is there mean girls? Why is it that y'all can't get along with each other? But it's the men's fault, right? Why is it that y'all lead in child abuse? Why is it that you will bring creeps around your children, let them be harmed and raped and stuff, and then cover it up? You don't have no empathy. What are you talking about? You lack empathy. When a man cries and has his grievance, you shut him down. Look, the man can just speak his mind. Look how you silence us. Look how we get canceled.
To war. Women have too much empathy to want to go out and kill people.
Women do kill people. A lot of y'all are leaders of killing children. Stop it. Or you getting somebody else to kill your children. A lot of y'all are notorious for proxy violence. Look at Emmett Till. You women are very diabolical, especially when you got a European mindset. Okay? A lot of y'all have killed men, but you're gonna talk. And it was not out of self-defense. It was not because he was disrespecting me or because he was treating me so bad, and I was so hurt. That's why I had to do what I got to do. A lot of you women have drugged and robbed and raped men. Y'all have inappropriate relationships with these young boys, and you wonder why these men are so fucked up, and these women are fucked up. You call your own daughter a whore because she resembles how she when she was coming of age. You notice your daughter's coming of age and sort of look as if you call her a slut. You body shame her. You make her feel like she ain't shit because of the poor choices that you made. Even if you don't have kids, ma'am, you know that's what goes on with a lot of these women. You got these women who sell their daughters out for money, have her get raped, so she can have some money with the abuse, with the living boyfriend and all that shit, the broke bum ass pookie husband you got.
Have too much empathy to watch nations of starving children. Like we just
Oh, okay. So what are you doing for those starving children? What have you done? Because you women are very y'all. You wouldn't have so many big shows. Bum 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 bum. You know, we would have so many fat women out here who don't even want to share food. Y'all very anal. Y'all don't even want to feed no damn body. Y'all don't even want to make a man a hot plate. Y'all don't even want to feed your kids. Oh, that's just too much work. Even if you got a husband at home, even if you do everything, I'll pay all the. That's slavery. I'm not. This ain't the 1950s, but y'all want the benefits of the 1950s when it suits you. That's out there. We gonna do that, and that's why nobody takes y'all seriously. That's why we got passport bros and stuff like that, and men not being lifetime bachelors, and men just not I don't agree with it, pumping and dumping y'all.
would not allow that. Like there's just no fucking way that we would let those things happen, right?
Actually, y'all have it. There's been cases where children were starving and the mom didn't give a damn, and that happens more often than you think. You just being disingenuous now. A lot of you women have starved. A lot of y'all refuse to feed. You're gonna tell them, "Oh, get it yourself. Go ask McDonald's. I ain't cooking nothing for you, nigga. Fuck out of here."
No, the only threat to humanity, the only threat to the planet, all living creatures, unfortunately, is the male species. Now, I know y'all are going to assume that I hate men. I don't hate men.
What do you mean the threat? I mean, men are looked at as the threat. That's why we are a target. This is why, when it comes to oppressing people, nations of people, with other groups, with the males, with the men and the women of that community of the nations, that's why they target men first. Y'all not looked at as a threat. That's why.
I'm just pointing out a fact.
That sounds like an opinion. A fact on what grounds?
99% of every atrocity known to mankind, known since human civilization, happens at the hands of men.
And you women, well, here's the thing. If we're going to say that, then a lot of you diabolical bitches are responsible as well because you actually lay up with those men. Y'all cook them, make them dinner. You get on your knees for them and suck the lollipop. Y'all have kids with these evil ass men. So if you talk about these thugs, but you overlook these nice guys who don't believe in that type, don't believe in problem solving, communication, diplomacy. Y'all don't fuck with them type of dudes. So get the fuck out of here. A lot of you women are, and a lot of times when these atrocities, in responses to being, a lot of these dudes are Captain Sable or white knights. A lot of these dudes do this on the behalf of y'all. And you women participate with those males doing these atrocities, so stop it.
Women would not allow sex trafficking rings to exist.
There are women who actually participate in sex trafficking rings. Yes, they do. They always target these younger girls. And actually, a lot of boys are exploited as well. You want to have a real conversation with sex trafficking with these young men being exploited? Look at the schools, look at these sports camps. Hell, I mean, look. I mean, we're gonna say, actually, men are exploited sexually by women. Paternity fraud. Oh, I don't, baby, I'm not on the pill. Baby, I took the pill. I'm on birth control. You ain't got nothing to worry about. There are men who are captured, especially in the slave plantations. There are men who are male slaves who got taken advantage of by the wives of the slave master or the daughters of the slave master, or just the women the women who are associated with the slave master, auntie, his mama, cousins. Okay, there are men who are kidnapped. There's a different form of sex trafficking. You know, they are exploited as well. These young men are exploited as well. That's why you got these teachers sleeping with these students, these babysitters, and these foster mamas doing all types of inappropriate shit. So you can miss me with that.
Pedophile rings, right? The wars.
Who's leading pedophile? Women. Females have access to these children, so that's why you got more pedophilia, and then you bring these creeps around these children and protect them. Be real about that. A lot of these wars are started because men are trying to defend your no honor ass.
Going in other countries and like ruining them and destroying them.
Okay, then you should not be working for that corporation. You should not be buying products that support that. You're reaping the benefit, the spoils of war, ma'am.
Stealing their resources and all.
Yeah, but you're still benefiting off the resources, so there's no point in talking. You are still going to be on stolen land, and you have yet to support people who want to overthrow this capitalistic, gynocratic government. And I bet you, and guess what? The people that you're speaking of, to steal resources, all that, those are Democrats, backed by the Republicans.
Be doing that. Like that's just not something that we want to do. We don't want to fight. We don't want to argue.
What are you talking about? A lot of you wouldn't be like, what are you talking about? Y'all the initiators of DV. What the hell are you talking about? A lot of you start shit, and a lot of times y'all confrontational and antagonize and provoke people and invite people into confrontation because if somebody were to respond, the man was to respond, he get locked up in the cuffs, handcuffs. You call 5-0 and get them locked up. Stop playing with me. A lot of you women can't even stand each other. Y'all quick to get violent towards each other. So stop playing. Y'all on some, and it's always on some petty ass shit. Always fighting over a dude that don't even claim neither of y'all.
We don't want to nag y'all. Take the fucking trash out on Thursday, dummy.
You are a nag. Why do I gotta take the trash out with you for women's empowerment? You strong and independent. You want the same rights as me? You take the trash out. Now here's the thing. I have no problem taking the trash out, or But if that's the case, when I get home, am I gonna get a hot plate? Am I gonna get a back massage? I better not have no lip.
We know, you know what I mean? We're not trying to nag you. Do your fucking part, and then we will sit quiet.
This is a personal problem, ma'am. That's not the general, because a lot of these men do all these things and you still treat us like shit. So this is a you problem at the end of the day. A lot of these people who make this content about men are the problem, women are the problem, y'all have unique you problems. A lot of these problems are not general, but you want to speak for everybody instead of just speaking for your damn self. Now, if you're speaking for yourself and people say, "Yeah, I can relate. I've been through that," I don't have a problem. That's fine. But if you just trying to speak for everybody and trying to get everybody to think like you and feel like you are the enemy here. Both genders need to do better.
We will do the things that you require us to do as your girlfriend or wife. For those of you who want to be married, I'm not getting married, but I'm just saying, I probably would do.
Here you go, the conditional femininity. Listen.
I probably would change my mind if males were different. You got.
See, no, ma'am. You can't. That's the problem. That's your problem right there. You're trying to change men to operate how you want them to operate. That's not how it works. That's not how nature works, baby. You gotta accept men as they are. There are men who like this. There are men who are a certain way, move a particular way, and accept it. You just gotta accept this is how many males are, and this is how men are. You trying to run a man. That's why you fucked up. Same thing, same to you fellas, same to you men. Women are the way they are. Females are the way they are. You either choose them or don't. You have to choose wisely. You're trying to mold people who are grown, who are adults to move a particular way. You're trying, and it starts from the vetting process of yourself, and then you go vet. But understand this: you got to look at this. Is why you need to have a solid, real conversation. How she grew up, how their upbringing is, how were they raised, what beliefs, the discipline, the values, what do they stand on? You need to look for real shit. See, what she's talking about is that's not how men are. Those are the males that she chose to deal with, which was her choice. Ain't like she was great to be in that toxic relationship. No, ma'am, this is a you problem. Shut your ass up.
Rag on single mothers. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you don't,
You're not a single mother, so the conversation wouldn't apply to you. Why are you speaking on behalf of single mothers? You're not a single mother. Shut your mouth.
have too many kids, if you don't have enough kids, if you don't have any kids at all, you get dragged by men. Men talk about you're nothing if you don't have kids, but then if you have them, ain't nobody finna fuck with no single mother. We're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
That sounds like a lot of men. You know, man, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You could be a good guy or the bad guy. You're still screwed at it today because you're an anti-black misandry system. You're in a hyenocracy. This is a hyena society ran by hyenas, not women. So we have a bunch of hyenas like this heifer right here running her damn mouth.
Right? You say to respect the women who cover up and don't respect the women who don't, and then you will marry the woman who cover up and then cheat on her with the woman who doesn't cover up. It doesn't matter as women what we do in this world. Guys are going to find a way to ridicule us for it. Doesn't matter. You go left, they're going to ridicule you for going left and not going right. You go right, they're going to ridicule you for going right and not left. It doesn't matter what you do, right? So we're fucked. I hate to say that, but like, knowing all of that, knowing how society is ran, why the fuck do y'all think I'm going to bring kids into this mess? Some of y'all are going to get triggered by this, but I personally love my unborn children so much that I would never fucking bring them here.
And that's your prerogative. That is your prerogative. That's your choice. And I feel the same way, you know. In this wickedness, I don't want no children. Not right now. So I feel you. I feel you on that. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. We in the world of confusion, people. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta focus on making your life better, making yourself better as a person. I mean, to me, a lot of you, I think you are you are a decent person, a good person. It's just you just have a lot of trauma, unhealed trauma, hurt, and baggage, like a lot of people do. That's the problem. And, you know, you got to be on that healing journey and stop trying to and do what you have to do to heal and make that self improvement. You could have a nice look, money and making a lot of money or having a title does not mean you're healed. You got a lot of broken people like that who ain't shit and who are making six figures, who are trashy people. Okay, it's about your character. You got to work on yourself. You got to heal yourself. You got to confront them demons. And this is what a lot of you women refuse to do, especially a lot of you melanated women.
I would literally fucking hate myself every fucking day for the rest of my life from guilt if I brought innocent children here, knowing where the world is headed, knowing that things are not getting better. That will just internally fuck me up every day. I would literally just be fucking like, oh my God. But yeah, that's where we are right now. So the best thing we can do is live our lives in the best possible way and make the best decisions and try to eat the healthiest foods and spread love and joy. That's really all we can do. Like, as long as the males are in charge, we're fucked. It's that simple. I just wanted to.
I guess you don't want no protection. You don't want no provision. You don't want no problem solving. I guess you don't want none of those things. I mean, you don't want no protection, problem solving, provision, procreation. You don't want no security. I guess you don't want none of those things because you women have been in charge, and the world's been and we're worse off. Just look at the black community. Look at the decline of society. And look how these men are suffering under the matriarchy, the gynocracy. Look how these men are disconnected from y'all. Look how these men resent y'all because y'all wanted to join Miss Ann. Miss Ann, just because she wanted more power without the responsibility that comes with it. This is not our fight when it comes to this black folk. These women want to join Miss Ann, Becky, and Karen that they claim to hate, and want to stand with them when it comes to this female empowerment shit. That's why we have these problems, because you heifers want a female empowerment and you want a supremacy over men. And this is what you got. So you shouldn't be mad. You need to be mad at yourself.
Say that because, guys are like acting like women are out here choosing not to have kids for no reason. Women are choosing to forego marriage for no reason. No.
A lot of you women are actually not foregoing marriage. You just shame men with money and resources to marry you, and then you take them to the cleaners, to anti-family court, no fault divorce.
Some of us are paying attention to the world we live in. We are paying attention to the way y'all are running shit and running shit into the ground. Actually, we're paying attention. So that's the answer. If you're wondering, that's why.
And this is why that's why she don't have a husband. Because these women are running things to the ground, but they want you fellas to be the cleanup men when they fuck up. No, that's not going to happen. And this is why you have, I guess I'm not sure, she said something about men traveling. A lot of these women, if that's the case, if she feel like this, if she happy by herself and all this stuff, then why is there so much negative talk about passport bros? I remember it used to be about black men, and anytime a black man got with a non-black woman, he's a sow, he's a coon, and he hates his mother, even though his mom was a bitch. His mom was toxic, his mom was abusive and a narcissist, and then the female relatives and everybody else in the family that just didn't give a damn. You have issues with your mother, okay? But you don't want to have that conversation for whatever reason, okay? So you women chose that boss bitch lifestyle. You chose to be a city girl, a sugar baby, what I call a bitter bitch. Because there ain't nothing sugar about a baby. A grown woman want to call herself a baby. That's just weird to me. Y'all the ones who are just as wrong as the men. Y'all actually, a lot of these men cater to y'all. So y'all the ones who create these problems. And the men did not stand on principle, didn't stand on pride, didn't stand on revolution, didn't stand on integrity. And that's why the world is fucked up. This is what happens when you try to do these things, try to cater to ungrateful heifers. Take care.